Hello, today we are going to create this website. As you can see, this website. Today we are going to create this website. This is a small beautiful website that we are going to create today. This is the logo. Let me tell you first, this is the main landing master page, Hussain coders. This is the logo. These are the navigation links, as you can see, with the hovering effect. This is the button. This is the background image. These are the images. This is the heading, some para, again a button, some buttons or some description or some text here too into the image, and this is again some heading, some paragraphs, again some text here, some headings, paragraphs, heading, paragraph, heading and paragraphs. Again this is the background image, again a heading, some images, as you can see, the name, as you can see. So these are the names, as you can see. Again some paragraph, as you can see it here. Again the button. This is the simplify portion with the heading and a button, and this is the footer section with the logo, some logos of the website and some, as you can see, some other content. Again a button and the copyright, all rights are reversed. So this is the website that we are going to create today by using the Visual Studio Code, and into the Visual Studio Code we are going to use the index.html and main CSS. And into the index.html, these are the some basics of the index.html. Here I have connected my style sheet to the main CSS folder, and I have used the Google fonts as Vietnam, as you will see later on, and I have used some icons here or icon fonts from the icon fonts. And title, into the title, manage landing page master Hussain coders. As you can see, this is the title of our website, and again as you can see, header starts from the here, and ends here. And into the header we have this whole portion is the header, as you can see. And into the header we have class with header class with the name of header, div class with the name of row, nav class with the name of nav, and into the div class nav with the flex. Okay, image, here is the image for the logo, class with the name of logo, unordered list class with the name of nav list, and into the list class with the name of nav item. As you can see, I am using the same class, only adding the different classes is here. And into the anchor point we are going to use the class with the name of main nav, and here is the pricing. As you can see, pricing, product, about us, careers and community. So you only have to copy this link and place it several times for the pricing, for the product, about us and for the careers, and for the community, and for the community too. As you can see, this is the community, and here we have the anchor point, and you can see unordered list is closed. Again we are going to use the anchor point class with the name of button red, and here is the button red, as you can see it here. Okay, so now moving for the nav portion is closed. As you can see, the nav is closed. Now div class with the name of header flex, as you can see. Now we are going to create this portion, and into this portion we are going to use the flex. Div class with the name of header content, div class with the name of header text box, and into the class heading 1 class with the name of heading primary, and here is the heading class with the name of header text, and here is the text. As you can say, this is the heading, this is the text, and again this is the red button that I am going to use here too, and button red. Okay, the div is closed, as you can see. And then here is the image that I have used, div class with the name of header photo, and here is the image that I have used here. As you can see, this is the image, and I have used the flex. This is first portion and this is the second portion of the flex. Okay, the header is closed. Now moving further to the about section, as you can see, this portion is the about section of our website. Into the about section, as you can see, this section starts from here and let me show you, ends here. Okay, and in the about section, class with the name of about, div class with the name of row, div class with the name of about flex. As you can see, we are going to use the flex here. And into the div class with the name of class about left. As you can see, this is the left portion and this is the right portion. And into the left portion, h1 for h2 for the class with the name of heading secondary, and here is the some heading, and paragraphs class with the name of about left text. Okay, and here is the heading, as you can see, this heading, and here is the some text or some para. And for the div is closed, and div class with the name of about right, div class with the name of about right flex, and we are now talking about this portion. And into the about right, as you can see, about right grid 1, and into the grid 1 we are going to use the about right number 1, and this is the first, and we are going to use these numbers into the grid form. Okay, and h3 class with the name of heading tertiary, and here is some heading, as you can see, heading tertiary. Okay, now into the about class right text class with the name of about right text, and here is some para. The div is closed. As you can see, the div is closed or the para is finished. Okay, now moving further, you only have to copy this div. You can copy this div and place it 3 times, only changing the class here to the second and to the third, you can see. And the other things are exactly like that. You only have to change the headings and some paras here, then the section and the div will be closed, and you have created this portion here. Now moving further to the testimonial part, and here is the testimonial part. As you can see, these are the testimonial parts, and in the section starts from here and ends. Let me show you here. Okay, into the testimonial part, section class with the name of testimonial, heading class with the name of heading secondary, and here is the heading secondary. As you can see, here is the heading secondary. Okay, and div class with the name of testimonial carousel, and I don't use this div. Class with the name of owl carousel testimonial grid, and class with the name of class testimonial items testimonial item 1. As you can see, this is the main heading that we have used again, and we are going to use again and again, like this and like this, like this, like this. You only have to copy this div and you can place it 3 times. First item, for the first item we have image. As you can see, this is the image, and heading 3, the name of heading 3, heading tertiary, and class with the name of para, class with the name of testimonial item text, and here is some text. As you can see, here is some text, and you can move it further. Okay, as this is the carousel form, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, I have used the carousel here, owl carousel, you can see it here. Okay, so you only have to copy this div and you can place it 1, 2 and 3 times. You only have to change the class here, and you only want to you can change, or you have to change the name and the paras here. The class change, name and para changings, again the class change, name and para changings. Okay, now this button, again the red button, anchor with the class of button red, and here is the button red. Now moving further to the footer simplify section. As you can see, this is the simplify section, and the session simplify starts from here and ends here. And div class with the name of row, div class with the name of simplify flex, and heading, and here is the heading. Again an anchor with the class with the name of button white. As you can see, this is the white button, this is the red button, and this is the white button, and the div is closed and the session is closed. Now moving further to the footer section, and the footer section starts from here and ends, let me show you, ends here. Okay, and for this footer section, as you can see, this is the footer section, and into the footer section, div class with the name of row, div class with the name of footer flex, div class with the name of footer logo icons. As you can see, these are the icons and this is the logo. And image, here is the image for the logo. As you can see, here is the image of the logo, class with the name of footer logo, and here is the footer icons. As you can see, these are the icons that I have used here, and these are the icons for the Facebook, for the YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. The div is closed. Okay, now moving further to the div class with the name of footer nav 1. As you can see, this is the first portion, then this is the second portion. You only have to copy this portion and paste it 2 times. Nav 1, unordered list class with the name of footer nav list, and list class with the name of footer nav items, and anchor with the name of class footer nav link 1, and it's in the link, it's about us, content, and blog. As you can see, about us, content, and blog. Okay, now you can close the unordered list and the div. You can copy this div and paste it here, and you only have to change the class here and some content here. Okay, so for the copyright, as you can see, div class with the name of, you can see class with the name of footer copyright, and here is the anchor, and class with the name of button red. As you can see, this is the button red, and into the button red I have write the request in white, and para class with the name of footer copyright text, and you can see it here, as you can see it here too. So the para is closed, the div is closed, and finally the div is closed and the footer is closed. These are the links that I have created, or you don't have to use them here. So this was the HTML. By using HTML, we have created this website. Now we have to style this website by using the main CSS or the style sheet of our style sheet. So in the main CSS colors, I have used some color here like red color, bright red color, or the color red bright, color blue light, color blue grayish, color blue dark, color red pale, color gray light, and color white. For the fonts, I have used to before. I have told you before that I have used the font and into the sans serif way. For the default styling, or for the basic styling, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, and heading 5 to the color blue light. For the paragraph, color blue grayish, font size to the 400. For the unordered list, line style to the none. For the anchor point, text decoration to none, and color to the color blue light. And here is the for centering our content, and to center our content I have used the class row, and into the row maximum width to the 114 and margin to the 0 and auto. As you can see, I have used the row many times here. As you can see the class row here. Okay, universal resets, as you can see, all before and after, margin to 0, padding to 0, box sizing to inherit, and HTML to font size to 62.5% and box sizing to border box. And for the body, font family to font primary, font weight to 400, color to color blue grayish, and line height to 1.6 rem. As you can see, header starts from here, and this is our header. Now we are going to style this header. For the header, position to relative, as you can see, absolute position is here, height to 100 viewport height, overflow to hidden. And for the before, as you can see, this, you can see this image, as I think you can see this image. For this image, as you can see, the background image. For the background image content, background image, the unordered, the URL is here. As you can see, here is the image. Background size to cover, background position to the right, width to the 75 rem, height to the 75 rem, position to absolute, as you can see, relative position, top to minus 20 rem, and right to minus 50 rem, and z index to minus 1. And for the flex, as you can see, for the flex, display to the flex, align item to the center, and for the content, flex to the 0, 0 and 50%. And for the photo, as you can see, let me show you here, this flex, as we are creating this, we are using these flex, content, text box and heading primary. Okay, we are using this for the flex. As you can see displaying to the flex, as you can see this and this, we are using the flex here. Or display to flex, align item to the center, and for the content, flex to 0, 0 and 50%, this is the content. And for the photo, flex to 0, 0 and 50%, this is the photo. And transform to translate y to 6 rem. For the text box, as you can see, this is the text box. For the text box, transform to translate y to 5 rem, and all but not the last cell, margin bottom to 3.5 rem. For the text, as you can see, this is the text, font size to 1.5 rem, and for the image, width to the 100%. For the heading primary, as you can see, this is the primary heading. This is the primary heading, font size to the 5 rem, font weight to the 700 and line to 1. For the button, for the link and for the visited, font size to the, as you can see, these are the buttons and these are the buttons. Font size to 1.5 rem, display to inline block, padding to 1 rem and 3 rem, font weight to 700. And for the button red, as you can see, this is the button red, this is the red button. Background color to color red bright, border radius to 10 rem and color to color gray light. And now moving further to the nav, as you can see, these are the nav, these are the nav portion. Padding to the 3 rem and 0 for the flex, as you can see, we are using the flex here too. For the flex, display to the flex, align item to the center, justify content to the space between. For the list, as you can see, these are the list, these are the list. For the list, display to the flex and all but not the last child, margin right to the 2 rem, as you can see, all but not the last child, margin right to the 2 rem, as you can see it here. For the link and the visited and link visited and the link, font size to the 1.5 rem and font weight to the 500. These are for these links, as you can see it here. And for the hovering effect, color change to the bright red and transition R to the 2 seconds. As you can see, the color change to the bright red color or this color, you can see it here. Okay, as header ends here, our header ends here. Okay, now moving further to the about section. For the about, padding to the 10 rem and 0 position to the relative, because here is the absolute position. And for the content, as you can see, this URL, and you can see here it is. For the content, position to absolute, this is the relative position. Background image to the URL, background size to cover, background position to the left, width to the 60 rem, height to the 60 rem, bottom to minus 30 rem, left to minus 30 rem, ends index to minus 1. For the padding, 10 rem and 0 rem. For the flex, as you can see, I have used the flex here to separate these two. For the flex, left flex, for the left flex, flex to the 0, 0 and 50% and all but not the last child, margin bottom to the 3 rem, as you can see for the left flex. And for the text, font size to the 1.5 rem. And for the right flex, flex 0, 0 and 50%, as you can see, this is the right flex. Flex all but not the last child, margin bottom to the 2 rem. And for the grid, as you can see, we have used these into the form of grids. As you can see, grid, display to the grid template column, minimum content, minimum maximum, minimum content to 1 fr, as you can see. And template row, grid template row, repeat to 2 minimum content, and grid gap to the 2 rem, and align item to the flex start. Okay, and for the numbers, as you can see, these are the numbers. Display to the inline block, padding to the 0.8 rem and 2.5 rem. Background color to the color red bright, color to the color gray light, font size to the 1.2 rem and border radius to 10 rem, and grid row to 1 divided by minus 1, as you can see it here. Okay. For the text, font size to the 1.5 rem and transform to translate by to minus 3 rem. For the heading secondary, as you can see, here is the headings, and this is the, I think so, this is the secondary heading. For the secondary heading, font size to the 3.5 rem, or this is the secondary heading. font size to the 3.5 rem, font weight to the 700, align height to the 1, and tertiary heading font size to the 1.7 rem. And now moving further to the testimonial section. This is the testimonial section. As you can see, this is the testimonial section. Okay, in the testimonial section, class with the name of testimonial, padding to the 10 rem and 0 rem, text align to the center, and the grid portion display to the grid grid template column, repeat to the auto fit, minimum maximum to the 35 rem, and 1 FR, grid gap to the 5 rem, and item display to the flex. As you can see, these are the items. Display to the flex direction to the column. Let me check what items are we talking about. Let me see. Testimonial section, items, these items. Okay, we have named them as the item. Okay, so for the display to the flex direction to the column, align items, as you can see, it is into the form of column, this into the form of column. Okay, into the form of column. Okay, margin to the 5 rem and 0.5 rem, and padding to the 1 rem and 3 rem, and all but not the last child, margin bottom to the 1.5 rem, and for the image height to the 8 rem, for the text line to the center, and font size to 1.5 rem, as you can see it here. Okay, now moving further to the simplify section, as you this section, and in this section, class with the name of simplify, background color to the color red bright, flex to the display it into the flex, align item to center, justify content to space between, and padding to the 5 rem and 0, and for the heading 4, font size to the 3.5 rem, font weight to the 700, line height to the 1, and color to the color gray light. As you can see, this is the heading and this is the button. For the button, white, background color to color gray light, border radius to 10 rem, and color to the color red bright, as you can see it here. Okay, now moving further to the footer section, as you can see, this is the footer section, and into the footer section, background color to color blue dark, as you can see, this is the dark blue color, padding to the 5 rem and 0, and flex display to the flex, align item to the center. For the logo, as you can see, this is the logo. For the logo, background color to the color white, height to the 3 rem, margin bottom to 5 rem. For the icons, flex to the 00 and 50%, font size to the 2 rem, color to the color white, cursor to the pointer, and all but not the and all for the hovering color to the color bright. As you can see, these will convert into the bright color when we hover it. Okay, now for the nav, as you can see, we have named them the nav. For the nav, flex to the 00 and 20%, list to the list style none. For the items, all but not the last child, margin bottom to 1.5 rem, and for the link, and for the link visited, text decoration to none, color to white, and font size to 1.5 rem, and for the hovering effect color to color bright red. As you can see it here, it will change its color. Okay, as you can see it here. Now for the copyright, as you can see, this copyright. For the copyright, flex to the 1 text line to the right, and for the text, margin top to the 3 rem, and font size to the 1.5 rem, and then the closed. So this is the website that we have created today by using the HTML and CSS. So if you want the source code of this website, you can have it. I will place the link into the description. Please like my channel. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe my channel. And thank you for the watching.